Oh boy. Okay. So, folks, we all know I'm a huge fan of Uber as well as Uber. I'm a huge fan. I love apps. I love tech companies. They're great. Um, they treat their workers phenomenally, and they're fantastic. And you should totally use them at all times. Uber adds fuel surcharge, citing high gas prices. The company said the fees will go to drivers who are responsible for paying for the gas they use. So anyway, obviously I'm joking here. This is horrible. Now again, let's just be really clear here. Uber, to my understanding, what's the story with Uber? So they thought that self-driving cars would be a thing. They basically, the whole platform of this was built on the fact that they thought self-driving cars would be here within a certain time span. They were wrong, right? And so they still have to pay people. It's basically a taxi company. So they have to pay people, but they're not employees. They're gig workers, right? So because of this gas, price hike, basically, the major corporations are deciding to basically just put a stranglehold on the American people. They are, again, you might think it's inflation. Inflation doesn't actually exist. You might think it's because Russian oil was banned for imports. That only makes up like 3% of American oil, so it doesn't actually matter. So again, this is all major corporations deciding that they just want to take advantage of the crisis and make some money. And Uber is hopping in on that as well. Now again, so they bet on self-driving cars and they lost. So Uber, I believe, last time I read somewhere that Uber operates at a loss, or like that, like they just like, it's just like a tax like evasion scheme or so. I don't know. I read that somewhere, but I'm going to be honest, I'm not a professional. But anyway, let's read. Uber is adding a surcharge on fares and deliveries in the US and Canada in response to surging gas prices, the company said Friday. Riders taking Uber trips will pay a fee of 45 cents to 55 cents per trip, and Uber Eats deliveries will include a 35 to 45 cent surcharge. The company said the fees are temporary and will last for at least 2 months. So they're probably just going to keep moving them up and up and up. Every 2 months they'll quote reassess, and then they'll raise them. So that's my assumption of what's going to happen. The company said the fees will go to drivers who are responsible for paying the gas that they use. This is the thing. The company says that. They say that. But is there any reason to believe them? Is there any reason to believe them? I don't think so. I don't know. I know that when you tip a driver, I know that certain drivers have told me that Uber does take like a percentage of the tip even, and other stuff like that. So I remember like when I lived in a major city and I was using Uber or Lyft, I would just, if I wanted to tip them or if I had money, I would just give them cash, which is apparently against the rules. But like, okay, so there's 2 people in the car. One is giving the other person money, right? The other person is receiving money. Who's gonna tell? Like the guy who's getting money is gonna be like, can you ban this person's account? They gave me $10 for a tip. Yeah, they're not gonna do that, right? So I recommend tipping in cash. That's always my thing. The surcharges can vary based on trip distance and gas prices in each state. They won't apply in New York City because drivers already receive a 5.3% pay increase on March 1st, accounting for the increase in gas costs. Okay. So if you live in New York, then you don't got to pay this. Well, New York City, I should add. While earnings on our platform remain elevated compared to historical trends, the recent spike in gas prices has affected rideshare and delivery drivers. To help reduce the burden, we are rolling out temporary fuel surcharge. Lisa Winship, Uber, as well as Uber's head of driver operations for the US and Canada, said in a blog post. Okay, so yeah, so here's like, now again, major corporations are the ones putting a stranglehold on you, but let's see what NBC has to say. Joe Biden announced on Tuesday that the U.S. would ban all imports of Russian oil, gas, and energy, saying the move would deal a blow to Putin's war machine. Gas prices went up Tuesday to $4.17 a gallon of unleaded, breaking the previous record of $4.10 in July 2008, according to AAA. So again, first of all, accounting for inflation, like that record was already beaten, like way before 410, just if you count for inflation. So, Uber says that gas costs are less than 10% of total driver earnings, and that hasn't materially changed from a year ago. Uber said on Friday that it has not seen a decrease in drivers in the past 2 months. That's good. Anyway, I just wanted to read this because I wanted to talk about gas. Because this whole thing is just, it really is frustrating me. The way that, like, I just, every aspect of this, like, discourse of, like, on mainstream media, like Democrats.
And as we bid a not so fond farewell to these frigid nights, we say hello to daylight saving time.
Oh my god, another tab started auto playing. Isn't that fucking crazy? Like, I have a tab open for like fucking like 15 minutes, and then like there's like a script on the fucking website. Oh, if you leave the tab open for 15 minutes, then a fucking shit starts playing to like fucking scare the shit out of you. What awful coding. Anyway, the person who wrote that belongs in jail. Anyway, so speaking of jail, again, oil companies are artificially raising prices. But the discourse here, the Democrats are like, well, just buy an electric car, without subsidizing electric cars or providing tax credits for electric cars. Like, okay, think about it. Oh, but why? They can't do that. They can't. This is the free market. Do you even know why we have cars in this country? Think about this. Why the fuck do we have cars in this country? Why are there highways? Why are major cities built around the car? In most cities, actually, like, I mean, a lot of European cities are basically moving post-car. I read that some cities in Portugal, Spain, France are, and even I think the UK are moving past the car. They're redesigning cities and streets to just get rid of cars altogether in some areas. So again, but let me ask you this: why are cars a thing? Why do we need a car to get to work? All that stuff. That's one gigantic subsidy for car companies, right? That's what happened when cars started to come on the scene. The car companies lobbied Congress and the government to invest government funds in roads and make things more road accessible, because the more roads there are, the more you need a car. And then the grocery store is going to be a couple miles away rather than a couple minutes away of a walk, right? And then now all of a sudden you need a car to get to the grocery store. Now everyone's depending on cars. Now everyone's depending on gasoline, right? So this is just one hell of a fucking gigantic government handout to car companies, right? And so the government's been handing out this money. Every time a government builds a road, what they are doing is they're subsidizing car companies, right? Why aren't car companies paying for all these roads? They're the ones profiting from it. That's what I'm saying. So anyway, fuck roads, fuck cars. I've been saying this on my show for a long time. I hate roads. I hate fucking cars. Fuck them. Okay? Fuck them. All right? Fuck them. So fuck cars, fuck roads. And also, again, so the government can just subsidize electric vehicles. The government can they could just choose, all right, how about instead of funding all the gas-powered vehicles, we just ban gas. The government could just ban gas or nationalize gas. I mean, if you want to, like, kick the can down the road a little bit longer, let's nationalize gasoline in this country. All the oil companies, seize them. Seize the goddamn means of motherfucking production. Seize that shit. Or how about we just subsidize electric cars? Do a fucking buyback program. Give in your fucking gas-powered fucking stupid machine, right? And then you get a free electric fucking car. Wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't that be cool? The government can do that. They're allowed to do that. They have all the power in the world to do that. They choose not to. Instead, what they're doing is they're fucking hiding behind these curtains, these vague nonsense, like, oh, inflation and the imports and all that. Right? And all that does is make you have to spend more money on stupid shit. What you're doing is giving money to oil companies. What you're doing is giving money to car companies, right? They're all in bed with each other. They're all fucking around. They've got like some like polycule going on, and there's a lot of fucking, and you're not invited except for, in ways that are not consensual. Anyway, this analogy's gone too far. Fuck cars. Fuck Uber. And fuck oil, and fuck everyone who's participating in this discourse. Honestly, everyone's takes on gas prices suck. Fuck you, okay? Like, I'm maybe some people have good takes. It's possible. It's possible that some people have good takes. I haven't seen them. Everyone else that I've seen talk about this has a bad take. They're like, oh, goddamn gas prices got boo. Woo, gas prices, we're gonna pump some gas. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, I don't know, man. Like, I just hate this. Like, I hate everything about the world. Everything about the world that we live in fucking sucks, okay? Everything. Not fuck Uber drivers. That's right. I mean, you can fuck an Uber driver, but do it in the good dick way. That's all I say. Anyway, Fuck cars, fuck roads. We need to bring back walking. People need to fucking walk. Make Americans walk again. That's my fucking campaign slogan. I'm gonna fucking run for office under that fucking slogan. Make Americans walk again. Hashtag fuck cars. Hashtag fuck roads. Hashtag fuck oil. Fuck gas. And fucking walk to the fucking store, you prick. I remember walking to the store with my goddamn, walking 3 miles to the store. You know, if I can walk 3 miles to the store, then so can you, you fucking piece of goddamn shit. You know, I mean, if you're disabled, then we need, you know, people to do the walking for us. But anyway, fuck cars, fuck roads, fuck them. And we need to employ people to do the walking for the disabled, because, you know, they don't deserve to suffer. But, you know, again, I'm willing to walk. Let's walk. You know, hashtag, you know, people love to do these walks, you know, like the breast cancer awareness walk and all that stuff, where they walk around in a giant circle and then like wear a ribbon or something. Yeah, people love to do that. How about you walk and do something useful for once in your goddamn life? Go to the fucking grocery store and then walk to someone's fucking house and give them fucking groceries. You know, I'm just saying, I'm just throwing this out there. But anyway, fuck roads, fuck cars, fuck Uber, and but don't fuck Uber drivers unless you're fucking them in the good dick way. Make Americans walk again, hashtag. All right, there you go.